Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we will be describing what is digital transformation. As someone who has been in tech for almost 15 years plus minus, I have a thing or two to share with you in terms of this space because that's where I have been predominantly in. So ideally, digital transformation is an organization's ability to use the fourth and fifth industrial revolution technologies. We talk about RPA, robotics process automation, AI, blockchain, machine learning, digital twins, fourth and fifth industrial technologies. Predominantly my career, I've been in both. I started out in applications management and then I went into digital transformation where now I was integrating both the technology application and now the new fourth and fifth industrial technologies, which is RPA, automation, and the whole nine yards. So what is digital transformation? So I'll be using a board to explain this, and then I'll show you exactly how this will look like. So I'll probably go over here. So what is digital transformation? I hope you guys can see. So I'll bring it closer. Digital transformation from a maturity perspective looks like this. I once saw this when I started out in the space. I was doing a learning content, and this was such a good explanation of what digital transformation is. So you have high, low, high. And this is an explanation of digital transformation from this graph will explain an enterprise maturity level. Okay, so when we look at digital transformation, we look at three aspects. So this is what I have, but obviously a lot of people can explain it very differently. And then, so these are different levels. As you grow, you either go, you stay here or you stay in between. So here is predominantly, let me write with blue, people, process, systems. Here we have automation. Here we then have smart automation. So ideally, when we look at operating models in an organization, the first thing that is quite key is the operating model that governs all these changes. Operating model will guide how the people perform in terms of their daily activities. The processes are locked in and governed, and then the system to support all these things are actually support the people process are in place. So it's quite key to have a clear operating model within the business because it will guide how investments are made. If that is not clear, then everybody will jump here with actually understanding what's happening here. So maybe as a story from my side, I started out here in 20, I was managing processes, documentation, making sure systems were aligned to those processes, skills, people, roles were able to work on the solutions. But then I got into automation in 2017, where these three now needed to combine the capabilities that are sitting here. And then after that, I went into around 2021, where now we were using technologies such as blockchain, actually intelligent automation, AI, machine learning. Here it was mostly RPA. We also had e-commerce in some instances where we were managing e-commerce platforms. Here it was systems such as ERP systems, where those are record to transaction systems or record to reports, forecasting systems. When I was in retail, we had point of sale systems. And so we had a very suite of systems supporting different functions for different processes, different people. However, with digital transformation, we can't work in a vacuum because the power of digital transformation is collaboration. And also because of the cost of most of these technologies across, it's so much that if we don't work in harmony, we find ourselves paying ridiculous amount of money. So it's important for the IT leadership with the business leadership to know strategy, operating model, future of work, capability, skills to make all of this work. So as I indicated before, I had an honor of working for a multinational company where I saw this come to life. It was such a thing of beauty. And I have an appreciation of lessons learned, things that worked and things that didn't work. And because of that, I am at such a level of maturity for myself in my career where I can easily spot out if something is either very disintegrated or heavily fragmented, or the businesses or people that I talk to are excited about this, but nobody knows what's happening here. And probably the last thing I would want to say before I stop the recording is digital transformation is supported by infrastructure. Your on-prem, which is our servers, your cloud, right? And I also forgot the smart chips, also IoT, Internet of Things. So how we tag certain machinery to get data so we can use it for better decision making. So without these, we have a problem. So if we do, obviously all of us where we work or where we are have businesses, we have infrastructures in place, but are they ready to support this? And you'll find that this needs to be fixed first, obviously, before this happens. But not that we can't try one or two of these technologies, but for it to really work and to have the intended benefit, we need to look at the environment in which they are all sitting. So that is basically what digital transformation is. I probably butchered some of it. I didn't want to make this video too long, but I hope you guys kind of got an indication of what's happening. However, I'm not going to talk about this now, but I'll talk about it in the next video. The next video will probably talk about here. We will sit here for a little bit because this part here is probably my most happiest place because that's where change, working with people and technologies to make sure that we're not fixing something here and then putting it here without understanding what's happening here. Okay, so yeah, bye.